Aloha, Richard Halverson here. This is ICS321, and this is the last video recording of the semester. And it is Thursday, August 12th. Let me fix this just a little bit here. And so let me share my screen real quick. And we are, if you look at the syllabus, we are at the end here. And today I'm going to go over the remaining SQL problems in chapter 12. And I think I have covered I've covered enough of all of the assignments. You can either look in the videos, which is right here, the video playlist for this semester. You should make sure you take a peek at all these videos and make sure you've seen all of them. A couple of them I uploaded the same day, so you might not have caught those. And if you don't find how to do a problem in one of these videos, you can always check out, let's see, let me just bring up your version of a Laulima here. You can always go to resources and check out the previous semester videos. Spring 2021 is really good. Well, spring 2021's got a lot of stuff in there. Fall 2019 has got a whole bunch of stuff in here, especially on the assignments. Now, the assignment numbering was different back then. I'd collapsed. I've actually split apart some of the assignments from earlier semesters, but the problems themselves haven't changed. You need to look at the videos really should look at the videos for these APIs here, because I do each of these APIs in both PHP. I get them running in both PHP and Python. So and you can choose which language you want to use. You want to implement them. By the way, in the fall semester, students are going to have to implement them in both languages. So you can consider yourself lucky there. All right. Also, for the grade book, I will be, these are all auto graded, and I will make sure everyone has handed them in correct, has scored. They've all been scored correctly, and I'll probably do this probably like Monday. Okay, so you really do have the weekend to finish it up. If you end up finishing up on Monday, or you wake up Monday and you still are going to work on it, it might be a good idea to email me just to give me the heads up, because I really don't need to turn my grades until Tuesday. So if there's only one or two of you that perhaps taken all of Monday to get your stuff done, you just let me know, and I'll make sure that those grades get counted. And of course, I don't discount for anything that you get done before Monday. And you recall I've added the course evaluation. You get 3 percentage points right on top of your final score. So in other words, like if you have an 89, let's see, 89 is whatever, 87. And I think what is 80? Let's look at the grades, grade breakdown here. So in other words, if you get 87, if you finish up with an 87, you're just right at the beginning of the B plus. Yeah, just right. You just barely made B plus, but you do your course evaluation, you get 3 more points. That puts you up to 90, and that gives you an A-. So do the course evaluation. I need to get good data on the. I need to get all of you to respond and telling me how you like the zyBooks stuff. You know, I really want your honest opinions there, because I kind of like them, but there's a lot of they are quite a bit different. It is quite a bit different than standard textbooks, and some people like that kind of stuff and some people don't. So I'd like your opinions there. Also, I'd like your opinion on how well the Ask Your Instructor form questions substituted for if you're in a face-to-face class and you raise your hand and you want to ask a question. So that's the idea here. So everybody can hear your question or see your question and then see my answer. All right. So one other thing I wanted to quickly mention, and that is that all of this got put up there by mistake, and I'll remove those this weekend. When the grades were uploaded here, the column titles were not correct, and this happened. So I'll fix those this weekend. But no, you don't have to do anything down here. It's all been recorded up here. All right. So that's sort of give you the heads up on what you need to make sure you finish up for the rest of the class. So now I would like to go to our zyBooks, go to chapter 12 here, and we finished up. I think this was the last one we did. Yeah, 1 through 7, and I also gave a little bit of a sneak preview of a rubric for the forum, and I'm going to be using the rubric in future classes, but I'm using this class to develop the rubric. When you answer these questions down here are part of the forum. That's part of the regular, the 5% forum, and you just have to participate. You know, put something down for 5 of these, and you'll get all the points. You'll get all the 5 points. You know, each one you respond to, you get a point, and so that will take care of the 5 points here for the forum's relevant topic. Relevant topics. The Ask Your Instructor part of the forum, that you can get extra credit there. And the course evaluation, you can get extra credit there. All right, so folks that have posted questions on the forum, not too many of you, but that's okay. It's just extra credit anyway. It's easy to get a good. It's easy to accumulate enough points in this class to be able to get a good grade. So don't fret if you don't get any extra credit for posting questions here. I just wanted enough people to post questions there so I can get some people would be able to answer the question of whether or not this is how this kind of thing compares with being able to raise your hand in class. All right, so let's go to question lab 12.8 here, and let's look at the first question here is create a student table with the following constraints. So we have an ID. We have an ID field that is an integer ranging from 0 to 65,536, auto increment, and that's the primary key. And then you've got these 2 name fields, 20 characters, 30 characters, street field that's 50, and so on. So let's just create this. I'm going to start out with a create table statement. You know, I tried to do this last time, and I'm going to try to do it again. So we're going to have I'm going to log into my server here. Oh, log into my server, and I'm going to go to my. Do I have a test database? I do. I have a test database here. All right. I'm going to try to do this again, and it should have worked last time. I'm going to try to do it again. Let me pop this out, and I'm going to close that there. I'm going to put this here, And this is the, so I'm going to create a new table here, and I'm going to call it student. And it's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 columns. 9 columns. And let me pop this over there. The first one is an ID field. And it is a range 0 to 65, 536. That's a small int, 2-byte integer, signed range. Oh, but I want unsigned, don't I? How do I do unsigned? Oh, unsigned, never mind. So yes, it's an unsigned range 0. Can you see that right here, the note there? So I can small int, and how do I do unsigned? Unsigned, there we go. And this is going to be auto int. It's going to be the primary key, and it's going to be auto increment. Yes, auto increment. And what is it? Is that it? Yeah, we don't need anything else. Okay, that's the first column. Second column is first name. And that is a variable length string, max 20 characters. And it is varchar variable length. So that's a varchar, and it's 20 characters. And not null. So we leave the null blank. And then we do last name, which is a varchar 30, not null. And the next one is street with a varchar of 50, not null. And we have a city, which is a varchar of 20, not null. We have a state, which is fixed length of 2 characters. So we're going to do a char, 2 characters, and not null, default Texas. Why would we want a default Texas? All right, zip code, ZIP, and that's going to be an integer. Oh, really? I don't think it should be an integer because see, 16 million. What is I wonder why 16 million. I don't know what that. Okay, well, all right. I'm gonna do what is medium int? Unsigned range 0 to 16 million. Look at that. All right. Well, I'm gonna do medium int unsigned. And you know, the trouble with having it being an integer is that for zip codes way in the east where they're only like 4 digits long, then it ends up being only the leading 0 is not, you know, it's just dropped off, you know, like Massachusetts. But anyway, so that's what they want. They want an integer. The next one is a phone number, and that is a fixed length string of 10 characters. Oh, really? Okay, so it's a char, 10 characters, not null. And the last one is email, which is a variable length, maximum of 30 characters, and it has to be unique. So we can do attributes, no, index, unique. And it doesn't say anything about not null. Because I guess it could. Well, I'm just going to leave this like this and see what happens. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and save this. How do I save? Here, save. And so now I've got it here. Here it is. And now I'm going to export it. And I'm going to do custom. And I'm going to, there's no rows to dump. I'm going to view it as text. I'm going to, I don't need this as an export transaction, disable foreign key checks, doesn't matter, structure data. Add a create table statement, that's what I want. Add auto increment, create view statement, I don't really need that. Create trade, don't really need that. I'm going to get rid of this, get rid of this. Enclose in back quotes, I'm going to get rid of the back quotes. That works. And let me go ahead and just hit go. And here is my create table. So I'm going to take this and see what happens. Oh, where's my primary key? I'm going to have to add that. Come on. There got to be a way to. Close. Oh, don't enclose in a transaction. Don't make the back quotes. Don't do the create view. Don't do this. Just auto increment. Let's see if this works. Oh, it didn't put it in there. Anyway, so I'm going to just add these two things. Add this. Oh, this is not doing anything. All right. This is, I wonder why this is not. So I'm going to put these two things here. And I got to put a comma there, and I'll put that here. And I'm going to put here auto increment someplace. Auto increment. What does it look like? Auto increment, auto underscore increment goes at the end. Auto underscore increment. All right, I'm going to see what this does. Copy, copy. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to paste it in. Paste, I'm going to put a semicolon there because they usually like that. Now I'm going to see what this does. Now, while we're waiting for this. Oh. Okay, let's see what I got wrong. Oh. Oh, no, I'm doing this. This we don't have ads. It's just we just state it. Okay, sorry about that. But that's gonna work. I'm gonna do this. What happens if I do this? I'm gonna see if this works. I'm gonna take this out. Let's see what this does. Can you see that? So this is not null unique. Now, it didn't specify not null. We'll see if I get an error if they accept this. Eight out of 10. I wonder what it didn't like. It didn't like email call. It was expecting default of null. No. No, no. Okay, it wants null, yes. I said no, no. Yes, that's the only thing that's wrong. No, yes. Okay. Well, that's pretty easy to solve. I just remove this. Okay. I'll let you do that. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, now we're going to create an insert statement here. And we're going to insert four values. Well, I guess I just have to write the insert. All right, so I'm going to do. If I define this table anywhere, I did. 17. Quarter horse. One, two. Okay, so I'm gonna. This was when I. This was the one I used for. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. Did I ever create a horse? No, I didn't. So I'm gonna create this. I'm going back to the answer to 12.7, which was creating the horse table. So I'm just gonna create that. I'm gonna go to. SQL. And I want to let me just go back to the test here. Go to SQL, and this was the create statement for the horse table. We created an ID, we created a registered name, we had a breed, which could be any of these 5 things here. I wonder if this check. I don't know if this check thing works with MySQL. Let's see if this works. Go. It worked. Okay, so now I've got this table called horse. Now I'm going to try to insert these 4 things. And I'm going to do this. Here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to just insert the first one, which is going to be, how can I make this easier to look at? The first one, I'm going to leave the ID blank because it's auto increment. Is that right? Let me see. It's auto increment. So I'm just going to leave that one blank. Let me insert. I'm going to insert nothing there. I'm going to insert a registered name, babe, breed of quarter horse, height of this, and birth date of this. And independence of here, and that name there at 16.0 is here, and this date of here, and I'm going to go, and that's fine. Oh, there's 2 of them. I'm going to. All right, so I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to do Ellie, saddlebred, 14.9, 2019, October 12th. And the last one, the registered name is null, and this null is an Egyptian Arab, 14.9 height, and October 12th. I did the wrong thing, didn't I? This should be this one. Okay, now I'm going to go, and then that was inserted. Now I'm going to go over here to export, and I'm going to do custom, and I'm going to dump all rows, and I'm going to view it as text, and I'm going to excuse me, I don't really need this or this, don't need this, don't need this, I don't want that. And I'm just going to hit go, and I want these kinds of, I want this kind of insert statement where you can insert multiple things in one statement like that. Okay, so go, and so this is what I'm after, this thing right here. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go over here. Oh, first of all, I want to make sure these numbers are just right. 15, 20, 10, 20, 11, 3, 13, 12, 22, 2019, 14.9. Ooh, this is 15.0. Darn it. Did that wrong. 15.0. 15.0, 16, 15. Okay, so this is it. So I'm going to take this, and I don't need to commit. Copy this, and go over here and paste. Paste. And let's see. Ooh, I bet you I don't need this. I bet you I don't need that there. Let's see what it says. I bet you it's not going to like the fact that, oh. How do I, oh, all right, forgot. Okay, 8 out of 10. I think the problem was Egyptian Arab. No. Test for a null row. What did I do? Oh, I see. This should be null, not blank. All right, now the other question I have is whether we should have this, whether we should have these there. We probably don't even need those because it's auto increment. But I'm gonna submit for grade. I'm gonna see if it accepts it. Ten out of 10. Very good. So it did accept the ID. Let me just sorry for wasting your time here, but I'm going to do this. I'll do this and see if this still works. So I took out the ID. See, it's auto increment, so I shouldn't have to put anything there. It should take care of that. So I'm going to submit this for grading and see if I get all the points. Yes, you don't need the ID and the ID specification and insert there because it's auto increment. All right, great. Let's go to the next one. Okay, well, anyway. Okay, so horse table has the following columns. This one, ID register. Okay, and so we're going to make the following updates. Change the height to 15.6 for horse ID number 2. Change the registered name of Lady Luck to that. And every horse breed to null for horses born after that date. Okay, so update horse set height equals 15.6 where ID equals 2. Okay, that's the first one. Second one can be update horse set name, registered name to Lady Luck, and comma birth date equals 2015-05-01, where ID equals 4. Okay, that's the next one. And the third one is update horse set breed equals null, where birth date is greater than or equal to 2016 dash, I got to put that in quotes, 2016 dash 12 dash 22. All right, I'm gonna see. All right, the next one, let me just is the delete problem, and I got to get rid of this. This is bad that it does this, but whatever. Okay, so here's my ready for my delete. So now I'm going to delete rows from table. This is pretty. Delete course ID 5. Delete courses with breed of that or that. Delete horses with that. Okay, so it's delete from the table course where, and it's either going to be ID where ID equals 5. That will delete course with ID 5. Horses with that breed would be where breed, and you can do is something like in Holsteiner or paint. So that should delete from horse all records where breed is in this. And then the third one would be all horses born before March 13th. So that would be something like birth date, where birth date is less than, because it's before, 2013 dash 03 dash 13. Now, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to see, in theory, double quotes should work, right? Right? We learned that earlier, right? Double quotes should work. I'm going to see what happens when I submit this. Okay, that one didn't work, that one didn't work, that one didn't work. Oh, it did not, none of them worked. Incorrect date, 1997. What is this supposed to be? What's the date supposed to be? Oh, what? Where's 1997 come? 7 for birth date, no one. Oh, 1997. Okay, well, anyway, let me do this. See if this one works. Did I get no points? Oh, I did get this one. So that one was correct. The point I wanted to make was that you really should use single quotes when you're defining a character string in SQL, even though it says in this textbook that you can use double quotes, okay? Because double quotes don't work all the time, and it didn't work in that case. Anyway, so you know how to do all. There should be 3 delete statements in this one. All right, what's next? Okay, so we have to select horses with logical operators. Okay, so write a select statement to select the registered name, height, and birth date for only horses that have a height between 1500 and 16, between 15 and 16. Okay, so it's going to be a select statement. Select. What are we supposed to select? This registered name and the height and the birth date. The birth date. It's got to look just like this. For only, okay, from horse where the height is between these 2 things. So it'd be height is okay, it's between 15 and 16, so it's like it doesn't say, oh, it inclusive, and or a birth date on or after this. So where the height is between 15 and 16, so height is greater than or equal to 15, and height is less than or equal to 16. Okay, so there's that, or this is an or the birth date is on or after July 1st. So I would use parentheses here, even though and has precedence over or, so technically you shouldn't need it. Or birth date is greater than or equal to on or after, you got to put this in quotes, 2020-01-01. And this closes the parentheses. You shouldn't have to put the parentheses because it's going to do the and before the or, because and has precedence over or. But just to be safe, you know, just so you don't have to always remember the rules or anything, just you wait a second, I didn't mean to do that. There should be a parentheses here and parentheses here. Wait a second, let me get this right. You want the and to be first, because it's either going to be this or this. So it's going to be either this, height is greater than or equal to 15 and height is less than or equal to 16, so it's in between the 15 and 16, or this. And as I was saying, you technically should not have to put these parentheses here because it's going to do the and figure out if this is true or not before it figures out if this is true. But it's a good idea just to put the parentheses in there so you don't have to remember the precedence rules and all that. All right, so this should be your answer. This should probably work. You can go ahead and try that. Let me just try this. I'm going to copy this. Copy it and see what happens if I paste it. Is this a horse table? Okay, what happens if in my horse table, if I execute this select statement here? I get that. Registered name, height. Between height, okay, that's okay. All right, Well, anyway, so that looks like that'll probably work. Go back to here. So that'll probably work. Let's look at the next one. All right, so this one is select numbers of movies grouped by year. So we're gonna have a group by year, all right? Select the number of movies grouped by year. So we have looks like this, and write a select statement to select the year and the total number of movies for that year. Use the count and a group by. So it's probably something like select count from course where the year and the total number of movies. The year, all right. Year. Where, course, where, no, nowhere, but group by year. I'm gonna see what this looks like when I run it here. When I run it here. First of all, let me see. Got some horses here. I'm gonna add a couple things here. I'm gonna add, copy this, and I'm gonna say the name of it is, I don't know, Joe Biden. And it's what are some breeds? Saddlebred. That one. And it's going to be the same year, but it's going to be that. Okay, so I'm going to just add some more of these here. So now 2011's got two. 2019, I'm going to make 2019. Copy this, and I'm going to say the name is Kamala, and Kamala is a that I'll say 14.5, and it's also in 2019, and I'm going to put one more in 2019. And I'm going to call this one, I don't know, Barack. And Barack is a quarter horse there, that. And is 15.5. And is also 2019, but 05 or something. So, okay. So now I've got 3 and 20. Okay, so now I'm going to try to run this that I just created, and I should get a count grouped by year, but that's not going to work because there's no year. Oh wait, there is a year. Oh, this is different. This trouble. Oh, it's birth date or birth. Okay, this is going to be wrong. Okay, so tell you what, this is a different problem. This is a slightly different problem, but I'm going to see what this does. I'm going to edit this, and I'm going to paste this in here. And I'm not going to say year. I'm going to say, can I do this year of birth date? Does this work? Birth date. Ah, This isn't gonna work, is it? Year. Work? Oh, it did. Okay. Got 2 in 2011, 2 in 2015, 2 in 20, 1 in 2016, 1 in 20, 3 in 2019. Okay, that's correct. Okay, now, so the only thing here is that I'm doing this because I just want to grab the year part out of birth date, and I only want to grab the year part out of birth date. Well, in this problem here, it's the actual year itself. So you don't have to do this this other thing here. So you don't need to do this. You can just say year because that is an actual column in this problem. See, so okay, so anyway, so it's basically like that. Okay, that should work. All right, what's the last one? Okay, so this one has no answer. Okay. Okay, here we're gonna okay, we're back to the original one. Write a select statement. Sorry, I have a cat. Allergic to a cat. I wasn't always allergic to my cat. I only became allergic to my cat after about 5 years. Anyway, so it says write a select statement to select the registered name and height for only for horses that have an above average height. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to figure out horses that have an above average height. So let's say I've got this this database here. It looks like that, and it's got some heights and so on. And in fact, I'm going to put a name here for this one. I'm going to call it Michelle. Okay. And so what is how do you figure out the average height? Well, it's this. Okay, select excuse me. Okay, AVG, that's the average height from horse. Average height from horse. So what is this? It's this. This is the average height. I'm sorry. All right, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to say, because really I want to select the registered name and the height only for horses above the average height. So this is the average height. So it's got to be like select. I don't know why I did this now because I won't be able to see what. Registered name and registered name and height. So select registered name, comma height from horse you gotta see this from horse where height is greater than this. in parentheses. Okay, so you see this is going to return a single number. This is going to return a single number, as we saw, 15.3300 or whatever that was. It's this thing. And so that's a single number. So this is going to test it. This is going to select all of these from the table horse where the height is greater than whatever this is. So let's see what this looks like. And lo and behold, it works. These are the 3 horses that are bigger, that are high, that are taller than you know, this one, 16, and 15.5. The rest of them are short. All right, so that would be the answer to this one. Yeah, something that looks like, well, something like what you just saw. Well, you saw it. All right, so so that takes care of that. So that actually, that's all the questions we have for this. So I've covered pretty much all of these. I have covered all of these. You should be able to get them all. And so that's pretty much all I have. Make sure you get all your stuff done by like Sunday night. And if you need Monday, email me and I'll wait. And also, if you are run up against the time limit and you need a little bit more time, just let me know. I can give you an incomplete, and when you hurry up and get your stuff done, I can submit a grade for you then. I don't penalize for any of that. It doesn't require any extra signatures. I don't need to get my department chair or anybody to sign Oh, I don't need to do that. In college you need to, but no, you don't. Just between you and me. And if you do get an incomplete, I think you have until like Halloween or something to get it done, but of course don't take that long. Anyway, so I hope you had a great semester. I hope you learned some things about database, and see you soon. Thanks for watching.